Hello, and welcome back to Rimworld. The adventures of recording continue. I'm doing my best. I realized only after I had finished recording the last episode that I was been muted the entire time. Which is a shame because I said some pretty darn cool things, if I do say so myself. But, no use crying over spilled milk. My effort is to make each video and each series, in turn, better than the last, in terms of production quality. So, we will do our best to do that. Highlights from last episode, mainly only two. Well, three, I suppose. We got a new colonist. He joined us. There was a raid that happened. He was being chased. Killed the raiders. We can't take their bodies away because of the fact that this part of the map is forbidden. So I will make it allowed because it's okay to go out for a short time, and then does this make them able to be hauled? Yeah, okay, so they'll be taken care of. We got a prisoner. Crash landed in a ship. We'll be recruiting him. Bots don't get nuclear fallout, right? At least not demonstrable yet. There was an election. Raymond got elected leader of the colony. People will be going to his room to talk about things. He deserves it because he was one of the original founders. He's been here the longest, he's seen the most, and he knows what the colony needs. So I approve of his election, even though technically he was the only one running. Second, in response to third actually, because we talked about Raymond, that was the second. There was a nuclear fallout, toxic fallout, in addition to the already present volcanic winter. So I covered this entire area with roofs. There's an eclipse on top of that. Covered this entire area with roofs, and because we have a lot of power, we just barely are able to take these, sustain these sun lamps. And so that's what we're doing. In the meantime, we're continuing to expand. Hopefully people will be able to get their bedrooms set up. I don't think we'll expand much further than this perimeter, so... Oh, there's an area here. And then I will continue to talk about what I've been doing. Usually that noise with an explosion is very bad, so that's why I paused. Today was the first day of classes after spring break. I rode my bike for the first time in 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks, because over spring break I didn't ride my bike because it wasn't available. Oh, isn't it covered in a roof though? See, where are the actual roofs? You can toggle this. So this area does not have roofs over it. Why? Well, that is if that isn't a bother. This has enough overlap. I'm gonna just deconstruct this and move it over one, because I don't know exactly how to get the sun lamp in, like, why there isn't already roofs over that area. I guess there's a reason. I don't know what it is. All the other sun lamps have roofs over it, so I'm just not gonna worry about it too much. But fight fires, people. So, because of the career fair and then the week after I was sick, I did not ride my bike at all. I just took the bus to classes, and it's only like a 15-minute ride, so it's not bad at all. What are these? You clean it up? Yeah, I guess you just tidy it up and then it disappears. I'm very paranoid about being muted, to be honest with you. But we'll deal with it as it comes. But other than that, the day was fairly uneventful. I went to classes, I worked on projects, and then I picked up some groceries from the very expensive RIT corner store, and I went home. So, instead, I'll take some more time to think about what to talk with you about, discuss the meat of what I had been talking about last episode, which was muted. But before that, we have a raid. They're going to be raiding through Toxic Fallout. They're going to probably get like at least up to 5%. Watch them. I don't really intend to... I don't think you can use mortars that are covered by a roof. At least I'm not willing to try, because I'm worried it'll blow up in my face. So we'll hang tight on that. We'll just watch these guys. Again, our defenses are very solid. So one of the most aggressive ways you can play Rimworld actually is just take in as many colonists as you can, even if they're bad. Because the strength of raids in the current patch is determined primarily by how many colonists you have, so far as I know. Let's get in position. You should get a gun. Should I have you equip that? You need a gun as well. Where's Kitchen Bot going? Alright. That's perfect, actually. Perfect timing. You won't be in the line of fire. That's part of the reason I'm using wooden traps, because less likely to blow people up. Alright, so they cleared out. That's totally fine. Capture this man. He's a kind psychopath. That's kind of... If you know anything about psychopaths, that's kind of oxymoronic. Probably gonna ransom, because even though I said, you know, the most aggressive way to play Rimworld is to many colonists as you can, it makes more sense and will be more fun to just have a lot of silver. So, Nicolay, capture this man. And we will continue on. And then everyone else will just have their bodies put over here. I went on the owner's trip. I spent a lot of time in the first, traveling out there. I read 3 really good books. One of them is on a book about the history of autism. I highly recommend it. It's called Neurotribes. Fantastic book, goes into a lot of detail about the earliest instances of possibly symptomatic people being recorded. And then later goes into the history of autism and as it was related to World War II. And then the 50s, and all of that. Really, really good stuff. Oh yeah, all of these things died of extreme toxic fallout buildup. So that's why you see all of these rotting corpses. It's going to take a while for the livestock to recover, so I'm glad that we switched to massive food production. Even though that's not looking so good, to be honest with you. Overall. But it'll be okay. So he has severe anxiety too, wow. That was treated though, so maybe it'll get better. So where is he has no talking, right? Where's the other no talking come from? Maybe the neck part? Maybe, is that, yeah. Talking. Sometimes you can look up in the stats, like, the importance of various body parts to do a specific task, and I find that interesting, but I won't bore you with it. Other things that I did, the airplane trip was 6.5 hours, so I did get a lot of reading done. The way back was about 4-hour flight, you know, lots of layovers, that sort of thing when you're flying economy. I went and visited the Space Needle, spent some time talking to my family, over the phone, of course. I spent some time in a restaurant having vegetarian sushi. It was mediocre. I wouldn't recommend it. I know this makes me sound very fortunate that I have the life that I'm privileged to live right now. I try to not take it for granted. Or do my best, that is to say. Steel. Oh, steel. It's really good. How much steel do we have? Not very much, so that's really good that we have steel. Hopefully we'll get another trader soon and we can get more steel. Anyway. After that, we spent a lot of time after, when we weren't visiting companies, I was either in my hotel room kind of relaxing, very nice hotel room, or I was in a restaurant talking with people from Honors. A lot of the Honors people are very, very nice. I enjoy their company a lot. Some of them make you sound like, make you think that, or feel that, no matter what you say to them, you are a complete idiot. And I don't really appreciate that. I hope I don't come off that way. Alright, paramedic is recruited. That's super good. He's going to be a great doctor. Not a bad warden either. I said just a 3 because he's not so good at it. Definitely put him on grow. Oh yeah, he's a really, really good colonist. I underestimated how good of a colonist he is. Do something like this. Alright. seems good. I'm gonna invest and try and see if I can build another research table and see if it's possible. If you can have two colonists researching at once. Because we have so many good researcher bonds that it would just make sense to do that, to make that investment. If we can get the actual capital to do so. There was also a event that happened on the second day? No, it would have been the third day of it was like basically a meet and greet with RIT alumni in the Seattle area. I go to Rochester Institute of Technology. Wasn't very apparent by everything else I've said so far. Great school, and I had a good time talking to the alumni. Again, very nice people. Yeah, other than that, things have been kind of uneventful for me. I forget whether or not which episode I talked about algorithms in. I don't really want to go that much into detail in this series again. Maybe I'll talk about it in another series. Once I get my sea legs with Rimworld, then I will go on to games that are a little bit more high stakes. I haven't done any cooking lately. I have so many leftovers from when I cooked before spring break to get rid of all my ingredients to that. Like right now I have some quinoa dish defrosting on the counter in the kitchen. Because my fridge can't defrost it. Things that you put in the fridge that are frozen will stay frozen for a long time. And I am not confident enough in adjusting the settings to really want to bother with it. The counter will work just fine. In about 20 minutes, I will end the episode, and then I will go eat. Today, I have not had all that much to eat. I had an apple, I had some ramen, and I had some mixed nuts. And there are worse, ways you can, diets in a day. There are certainly better ones. Tomorrow, that's why I went out and I got bread and bagels. I'll be making myself bread and bagels, and not bread and bagels. I'll make myself bagel sandwiches with like cream cheese, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'll be making myself pancakes in the morning, just so that I have more food throughout the day. And again, like, counting my blessings, but I'm fortunate in that no matter what I'm eating right now, it may change in the future. No matter what I'm eating right now, it really doesn't matter. I cannot gain weight no matter how hard I try. It makes getting sick pretty dangerous, because if I get sick and I can lose a lot of weight, and that's bad because I don't have all that much to lose in the first place. I'm kind of skin and bones. I know that's an enviable position to many. I would not trade it away from many situations. I just want to be healthy like everyone else. I wish more things would happen. And one finger curls on the monkey's paw. Maybe in between episodes I'll amp up the difficulty. I won't tell you if I did or not, but you might be able to tell based on if I say, wow, it's not insane, it's actually insane. Are you fully healed? I mean, for what it's worth. Maybe we can make something happen now. Where are you from? The Face Beaters of Death. Yeah, those guys. Demand ransom. No ransom accepted. That's actually a percentage chance. Like, if I wanted to, I could set the percent chance for ransom to fail to 100. And then I could basically have raids on call if I really wanted to. I think that would be kind of silly. So I'm keeping it at the default, which is 1/5 chance. I wish it was a little more nuanced than that, but who knows, maybe we'll get even more prisoners. If that is one thing, if you keep your colonist count low, you will get more prisoners, because the chances for a colonist or a raider to be downed instead of killed is proportional to the number of colonists you have. So if you have more colonists, it's more likely that you will just kill... Actually, I don't... Sorry to wake you up. Am I going this way? Wow, I'm taking the long way around. Honestly, it's smart because we don't have nearly as many traps in this region. Oh, kitchen bot. Please. Bit of safety. You see, now they're gonna just explode all over my crops. Alright, so we'll capture this person. Basically, free money may seem overpowered, but I think it's a good system. And then let's look at our resources. 0 wood. Because we can't pick this stuff up. That's why we need a hauler bot. How many components do we have? We need a lot of components to start our robot workshop, but I think we might have enough now, so... At least to get the low-tech stuff set up. Oh, you need so much steel, though, too. I think we're still better off saving our steel for when we really need it. Too good to use syndrome, I know. Steel is one of the most precious resources in the game. We will strip this person because we want their personal shield. And then, Nikolai, go and ransom Diver again. Oh, how about that? Maybe I should have waited for our traps to get set up again, but it's not a huge deal. Especially now that people are awake. Honestly, Nikolai, equip this. And then since we have a shield, I don't feel bad about putting you into combat. Kitchen bot, please go inside. We still got hit by that somehow. Place that with a... We got a charge rifle out of that, that's super good. Pass by the wall of bodies. Then once our traps are set up again, I think we'll try again. It's a lovely little colony we have here. By the way, the journal where I muted myself was not a silent journal. Those are different. You wanna know? Ask me. I want to record one of those over the weekend if I can. I don't know exactly what I'd play though. Probably XCOM, just hop into the middle of a campaign. It's going pretty well for the long war, so far as I'm aware. Oh yeah, paramedic isn't restricted. It's to be restricted. See, that isn't... It's not so bad. I'm not doing so well on food, unfortunately. Because most of our food comes from hunting. We're gonna need to ransom these guys off immediately. Much as I hate to admit it, we can't afford to keep feeding them. I'm actually gonna say... You're not getting food. You are getting food, we needed to heal. So then you'll better, but no food for right now. We're gonna ransom you as soon as we can. You are a probabilistic improbability. Okay, I'm gonna check to make sure that I didn't actually keep it at... It was still at 20. Reset all. Still at 20. I think I changed this before. Oh my. These guys do not quit. Can we stack raids? Here's what I'm gonna do. All face speeders of death. Okay, now they accept it. Okay, so this is where the madness ends. All of these are set up. They might still go around because I don't know what the pathing is for this. Oh, they're just splitting up. Excellent. He just died. He died. And these guys will be dead before she finishes her job. I promise you that. Well, they'd be dead or retreating. And KitchenBot, you don't even need to worry about a thing, because every little thing will be alright. Yeah, I might switch series a little bit sooner than I expected. Or maybe I won't. It's a little bit tricky because... So now, let me see if two people can research at once. Because I can set research priorities a little bit better now. Like that. Because if two people can research at once, then we have hit the jackpot. We'll be progressing super fast. Faster than our resources can really keep up with us. But we'll be able to build whatever we want. Would I rather have it the other way around? Admittedly, yes, but this isn't so bad. Is it because we don't have two multi-analyzers? Yeah, right, because the research we're currently working on requires another multi-analyzer, so maybe we can just build another one. We have the resources. We have the technology. Let's do it. I just want to know. I mean, I guess I could look up at the wiki for this. You know, Google exists for a reason, but there's fun in just experimenting on your own, and it's not like we're all that pressed for stuff. Yes, we can have 2 people researching at once, so this is going to mean that we are going to catapult. You see how fast that's going? Man, oh man. We're going to catapult forward in research. Like, I'll pick a quick one just to illustrate how quick we're going. So, that's a really quick one. Agriculture 1. You just watch this bottom bar, it'll fill up. You just see it, it's like animated. That's really cool. So I could build like 3 research benches if I really wanted to. I could probably even get like another file cabinet. And then, well, what will I do? I don't know what I will do, to be honest with you. We got really far there, so let's work on the robotics tree. We're gonna need that at some point anyway. Oh, I forgot about you. Abandoned is right. Sorry about that. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm gonna say allow rotten animal corpses. Low priority. Then that should get that moved down. Poor Blue. You were just gonna be showering all over him. Alright, you are getting arrested. Are you a pyro? Yeah. Alright. Who's good at melee? You are, but you're like scrap. I guess Stud Art is gonna be our dude. Draft. Can we not arrest someone who's setting fires in our base? Here's what we can. Wait, can we just ransom this person, like, immediately? If we ransom them, they disappear, so maybe we could ransom them and then start a raid. Exactly. How about this? How about you... No, another raid. Alright, how about this? We're gonna demand ransom. Okay, good, they're gone. So we have 2 raids. Would I rather have 2 raids than someone starting spontaneously fires in my base? Probably. All things considered. So there's a raid over here. There's a raid over here. And we are going to get all hands on deck. Well, even when there's 2 research benches, you cannot be satisfied. Oh well. All hands on deck. So yeah, the mod is a little bit more broken than perhaps I'd like to admit. But it's pretty fun. Just watch carefully to make sure that no one dies. We're gonna need a bigger body pile, to be honest with you. Let's extend it this many bodies. And then we also need to expand area 1 to be this many bodies. After this raid, I'm probably gonna call it quits. What's our shield holding up? Wait, do they all flee? No, just different raids have different... That's interesting. Different raids have different metrics for when you flee. Wiped out some of our... Flee while you can. I turned Rimworld into tower defense. I know you're tired, but you did that to yourself. Anyone survive? Nope. Just loads of bodies. Alright, I think that'll do it for this episode. We are very powerful, we're also running low on food, so the balancing there is kind of difficult. But, thank you very much for watching. Remember to take care of yourself, and have a good night.